Guys, how are you? Sorry I'm late today. I know I'm late. I'm going to wait a second, see if anybody hops on. I wasn't sure I was going to get to this today. Oh, good. Looks like we're on. I wasn't sure I was going to get to this today, but I love it. So I didn't want to leave you guys with nothing today. So some real life coming at you. I started a YouTube channel. So same name as my Facebook page. Real Life with Dawn Lefevre. So the link should be in the you know what? I don't think I put the link. I don't think I put the link in the description. So I'm gonna have to. I'll put the link in the comments of this video. Okay. I have all the videos from this week uploaded into a playlist called what did I call it? Real Life Week 1, I think is what I called it. Real Life Week 1. So all the videos from this week and then from the 2 days from last week are there. So you can just go through the whole playlist. And then I have, this is funny, I have 18 subscribers so far. So I'm going to need a little help with that one. So click the link that I'll post in the comments and then please, please, please go subscribe. I read one page in my book last night. One's better than none. And the only reason I read the page, I was exhausted, you guys, after moving Jill in. But the only reason I read one page is because I didn't want to tell you I read 0 pages again. So I read one page. And then today, I didn't work out again. So that's 2 days in a row that I haven't worked out, which is not typical for me. But we've just been busy. So not an excuse, just didn't do it. I'm just letting you know. I'm back at it all this coming week. So today was Jillian's 18th birthday, and we always have parties for her. And I thought, since I didn't have any idea what I was going to talk about, I would just tell you some party tips that I've used over the past several years in order to stay on track with healthy eating or with losing weight, or maybe you're underweight and you need to gain weight, you know. So anything can be applied to any situation. And I just want to throw a couple quick tips at you, my top 10, okay? Number 1, buy, don't bake. So that's my tip now. Because I used to always home make all my kids' birthday cakes, and I was pretty good at it for a while. I mean, they would pick a theme and I would make a cake to go with it, and I loved doing it. But what I found was that I love sweets. Sweets are one of my very, very favorites, especially like cake or like pastry, donuts, donuts especially. But I love cake, and I love the batter, and the raw eggs never scared me away. So I would just eat the cake and the raw batter as I was baking it. So now that my kids don't really care as much, I don't bake anymore, just because I eat it while I'm making it. And so I'm eating while I'm making it, and then I eat it when it comes out of the oven, and then I eat it when it's cold, and then I eat it at the party. And so that's like 4 times the amount of eating it that if I just buy it, if I choose to have any, then I only eat it once, okay? And then for anybody, I can't even believe I'm about to say this, but for anybody who's ever eaten cake at my house years ago, I got really good at like eating the cake and nobody would ever know that I ate it. So like after it was baked, I would like cut off the top part of the cake to make it even, and then I would eat all of that. Or I'd just take a little piece out of the middle and I would eat it. I was so screwed up when it came to eating. So buy, don't bake. Buy what you don't like. Do not buy your favorite thing. Okay, if it's a trigger food for you, if your absolute favorite thing is, you know, chocolate cake with chocolate frosting, then you better buy some freaking yellow cake with yellow frosting. You know, don't do your favorite thing because it'll be way too tempting. Okay, bring a dish to pass. That way, you know, there'll be something there that you want to eat. Okay, and that you feel safe eating. You know, I'll eat whatever's there, but when I first started losing my weight, and then sometimes when I would go on like really strict like eating plans, I would just bring all my own food with me, and I never really felt weird about that. So I figured, why not? You know, bring the food. Bring a dish to pass. Drinks or dessert, not both. So choose, like, if you want to have like wine or beer or, you know, whatever, have that. All right. But then no cake, cookies, and brownies. All right. If you want to have cake, cookies, and brownies, that's fine. But then no like beer, wine, and, you know, other adult beverages. So just choose one. It is necessary to say no to some things. Okay. You cannot have all of everything and expect to change the way you look or feel. So you are going to have to make choices and make the one that you're feeling that day, you know? This is one of my favorites. Eat the very best part of the very best one. Okay. Like if it's cake, since we're talking parties, if it's cake, I go for the one, like the piece that looks the most delicious to me, usually a corner piece because it has the most frosting. And I don't, I just don't want to bother and waste my time or, you know, fat calories or whatever with a piece I didn't really want. And then when I have that very best piece, that corner piece, I just eat like the corner of that because that to me is the very best part. Or sandwiches. This can apply to sandwiches too. I like the crust of sandwiches. I like to cut it diagonal and eat the crust like with the round part of the bread, the top of the bread, not the bottom. I used to be the one that would eat all the stuff that I didn't like first to save the best for last. But that just implies that you're eating it all. Even if you're not hungry anymore, or even if you think you've had enough, but you still want that very best part. So if you eat the very best part of the very best one first, it's not going to be as tempting to finish the whole thing. Okay. Which leads me to another tip that's not on here. Leave one bite on your plate. Okay. Just leave a little bit on your plate. That just means one bite that didn't go in. Okay. If you're trying to gain weight, then that means take one more bite than maybe you would have. Okay. The one bite rule. So that leads me to that. So I like, if there's like 10 choices there, I want 10 things. It's hard for me to just choose one. And so I used to just take the tiniest, like this size, a quarter, or like one bite size worth. And I would just, of each one, and then I would have one bite of each that equaled kind of like a whole dessert. So just the one bite rule, unless you know that one bite is going to lead you into a downward spiral of overdoing it and not being able to control yourself, then I would suggest no bites. Okay. Play with the kids. The kids are not typically the ones sitting around the chip bowl and sitting around the table and sitting around the food. Us adults, we don't tend to get too far from the food. So go do what the kids are doing. Get yourself away from the table. Like how far? This far, so that you can't reach it. Okay. Get yourself away from the table and go play games, go play cards, go play volleyball, go play whatever the activities are. Okay. Just be involved. We socialize around food, but sometimes if we just remove ourselves from the food, it's less likely that you're just going to mindlessly pick, you know, or just, and you don't even realize you're eating it. Don't let the party get you off track long term. This is something that people do this a lot, you know. Let's say the party's tonight and it's Sunday, although that's kind of a bad example because Monday's always a good time to, you know, start. But if it's like on a Friday or something and you like overeat and you overdo it, and then you allow yourself to also do that on Saturday and Sunday, one party just turned into one weekend. And then sometimes one weekend you get up on Monday and you're feeling like crappy and you don't feel like going to work out, and then that turns into all week. And so one party turned into one weekend, turned into 1 week. And then you're not seeing progress, and then you just get lazy or whatever, and then that week turns into a month. So one party, you just gave up all your progress. All your progress, you gave yourself permission because you had a brownie at a party. Makes no sense to me. Okay. You know, you've heard the analogy, if you burn your hand on the stove or whatever, you don't go and burn your other hand on the stove. Why would you do that? All right. So if you didn't like it, if you don't like what's happening now, don't go do it again. Okay. Send the leftovers home. If it's not there, you can't eat it. Jillian just left for a little bit, and I told her to take the cake with her. Take it with you. That way I don't have to be tempted to eat it. Okay. Or try to control myself not eating it. And then last but not least, forgive yourself. All right. You could have the best plan. You're going in with the best intentions, and then you choose the drinks. And then you start drinking. You have a glass of wine, and then you're like, oh, maybe 2. All right, I'll just have 2 glasses of wine. And then, you know, somebody's like, oh, come on, stay a little bit while. Just have 1 more. And so then you're drinking your wine and you're feeling good and you got this buzz, and then all of a sudden you find your hand in the chip bowl and you're thinking, dang, all right, these chips taste good, but now I need something sweet to kind of, you know, balance that out. So now you've had 3 glasses of wine, like a bag of chips and a whole cake. And then you're thinking, all right, I'm going to have some pizza too. And, you know, might as well just have a breadstick and every other thing I haven't eaten for the last week, you know? And so sometimes our best of intentions don't end up the way we planned. That's going to happen. I promise you it's going to happen. What you need to do at that point is just forgive yourself and say, all right, but remembering what I said just a minute ago, don't let like one bad choice turn into 10 bad choices, turn into, you know, a month's worth of bad choices. Forgive yourself and move on. The damage is not going to be that great, okay, if you stop it there. Okay, if you stop it right there and say, nope, no more, you won't have that much damage to undo. You can undo that with like a workout or 2, okay, as opposed to like going all the way back, all the way forward, all the way back, all this, instead of that yo-yo kind of thing that we tend to do a lot, okay? So those are my 10 party tips right off the top of my head. Use one, use all, whatever works for you. But just know that you have the choice and you can do whatever it is that you choose to do. And you also do whatever it is you don't choose to do. Does that make sense? All right. Whatever you do is your choice. Okay. And you're going to have to either reap the benefits of that or suffer the consequences. So either way, you were the one. Okay, so do it, people. Do it. You can do it. I know you can. So your action for today, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That link will be in the comments. All right. Have a great night. It's 8:11. So we're getting into the danger zone. Not sure. I probably won't be sleeping for another couple hours, and then it'll be hard for me to get up at 5. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to 5 a.m. or 9 a.m. class tomorrow, but I'm going to get up, work out, and have another great day, okay? Go live that real life. Do what works for you. Do what you can. Have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.